Hey, all my little sinners and saints. I thought I would jump on here and do a live for Jennifer Daughtry. It's called the Greensburg Six. I'm going to read a little bit and then we're going to do the outline. She was born November 8th, 1979. She died February 11th, 2010. She was an American woman who was tortured, murdered in Greensburg, Pennsylvania, as an act of revenge in February 2010. She was mentally disabled. Um, she was tortured, murdered before being wrapped in Christmas decorations and put inside of a garbage can and dumped in a parking lot in the Greensburg Salem Middle School, in the parking lot of the Greensburg Middle School. Some of the perpetrators. This is where I'm going to use my unofficial Wikipedia. The perpetrators: Amber Mettinger, Mettinger met Melvin Knight at a homeless shelter in Washington in January 2010. Then they moved to several locations in before settling in Greensburg, Pennsylvania, where they met Jennifer Daughtry. Knight met Ricky Symes, I'm guessing Symes Ricky, after meeting previously in jail. Okay, Knott. Melvin L. Knott was born October 27, 1989. Was born to a drug addicted father who was in prison during the early years of his life. He developed a lifelong learning and social problems after he fell out of a moving vehicle at the age of 5 and hit his head. Now, if you watch some of my forensic psychology channel, you'll see, I think that there can be serial killers that are born. These are not serial killers, but still, serial killers that can be born. And then I think that head injuries also cause, um, like, they affect. If you look back through serial killers, there's a lot of them that had head injuries and then they started killing people. Marcassini, Angeline Marcassini, was born July 14th, 1992. According to the testimony by her mother and half sister, Angela suffered a head injury when she was hit by a truck in 2008 at the age of 15. The injury substantial and altered her behavior and pushed her in a downward spiral that ended Jennifer's life, according to the defense. Two mental experts testified that Angela, as a child, suffered from depression and she had drug and alcohol addiction as a teenager. Masters. Um, there's really nothing on him. I don't know why or her. We're going to look at some pictures here real quick. Let me do a StreamYard share. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Happy Halloween. Dun, 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 dun. Mwahaha. I gotta start adding my little things. Hey, trigger warning. This is brutal. This is a picture of Jennifer. This happened in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. She was mentally ill. She was or mentally disabled. Sorry, but there's surgeries where you can fix people's eyes. I think that in life, if they would have had that surgery, maybe that would have helped her out a little bit more socially. This is her sister. This was a picture of the detective interviewing one of the criminals. This is some of the things that was used on her. Also a knife. We'll get to it. That was her when she was little. Growing up, like I said, she was born November 8th, 1979, and died February 11th, 2010. She was mentally disabled and lived in rural Pennsylvania. Torture. Jennifer Daughtry had mental disabilities as a teen. She was tortured by people who pretended to be her friends, and she was tortured for 36 hours. The suspects took Jennifer and made her consume detergent, feces, and urine. It was way than that. They hit her with a towel rack, vacuum cleaner hose. They shaved her head and painted her face with nail polish. Um, this could be the video that's online where they actually filmed it. I don't know. I didn't look in that, and I'm not concerned with that. But if you are, then you can look it up. It could be this case. They forced her to write a suicide note, and they stabbed her to death. She was dressed in Christmas ornaments and dumped in a school in a garbage can. Jennifer was, I'm not going to say that again. We all know. Her friends didn't respect her. Um, I'm not sure why they did this. This is a picture of the suspects. There was punishment for what happened. There were 6 people that were charged for homicide, kidnapping, and multiple more charges for death of Jennifer Daughtry. She went missing on Monday, and her body was found Thursday, 30 miles east of Pittsburgh. And I'll get to the connection in a minute. References. Yes, Wikipedia is on there. I put this picture on there because I felt like that's what they were. They were a pack of wolves that just devoured this girl. This is some of the crime scene photos. This is the cops when they found her. This is the suspects. Great looking group, aren't they? That's the suicide note. Another picture of it. Okay. Hey Carla, how you doing? Hey Purple, how are y'all? Thank you for joining me. Okay, Medlinger told jurors at some point that Jennifer trusted me because she knew me from West Place. That's a place that she went to help people with special needs. So that's where she met Angela. No, not Angela. What was her name? Amber. That's where she met Amber. And there's also a Peggy that she met there, and she spent the night there at Peggy's house. Um, Testified she and then boyfriend and co-defendant Melvin Knight met Symes on February 8th, 2010, and after she and Knight were staying at Greensburg area hotel, Knight and Sims um, knew each other after meeting in jail, and Medler was pregnant with Knight's child, where they all 3 met up. Symes offered Medler Medding is MedidingEr, and not to stay at his apartment at 428 North Pennsylvania Avenue in Greensburg. Miller, there's not really nothing on him. Ricky Symes, it's Ricky Van Edward Symes as Smarns, I think, was born to a drug addicted Philadelphia sex worker and Pittsburgh gang member. He was moved into and out of foster care, was treated for mental health disorders at an early age of 4. I don't know because usually there has to be a certain age, which 4 is not that age where they can be diagnosed with, you know, but special needs maybe so, but I know they will not diagnose a child under the age of, I think it's at least 5 or 7 with anything. He suffered abuse and neglect until he was taken into Smarn's family, North Huntington, at the age of 10. According to the testimony of forensic psychologist Alice Applegate. I don't know where I heard that, but it's something. His lawyer, Terry Fries, told the jury that Smarn suffered sexual and physical abuse from the father and his uncle. She also explained how he tried beer, cocaine, heroin, and marijuana at age 6 and had been diagnosed with PTSD at the age of 8. Kind of iffy about that. Like I said, diagnosis. I'm not saying that it couldn't been at the age of 8, but there's age limits on when someone can be diagnosed with stuff. And undergone 103 therapy sessions by the age of 10. She added he was also diagnosed with having severe 7 different personalities. Okay, here's where all my forensic psychology schooling has paid off. It is very rare for someone to have multiple personalities. They actually have categorized it as antisocial now, but it's very rare for someone to have multiple personalities. And 15 total psychotic issues. In 1997, he burglarized neighbors' homes, stole knives, guitars, coins, bullets, cash. The next year, he sexually assaulted a woman in her basement. The torture, according, let me see who's in here. I'm Purple, I'm just a wild woman. I will go live. I'm telling you, like on a spur of a moment. I was actually going to put this in a video, and then I was like, I'll just go live for a little bit and see what happens. Um, I didn't tell nobody. I never do, and everybody's always like, "Let me know when you go live. Let me know when you go live." I've still got this one case. I've got like 25 pairs of glasses. The cryptic killers. I've got oodles of these, but I wanted to do this one because it's so small and I've already got all the pictures copied over and scanned so that we can all see them. But I want to do that, so I'll probably do a live one day next week on it. So those are usually kind of fun. It's like find the killer. I've got multiple of those. I bought a bunch of them, and I wish I hadn't now. So, um, but let me finish with this here. According to testimony of Medellin, the group went through her purse and stole her money, gifts, cards, and her cell phone. The thing with the cell phone too is that the mom had tried to call her, and the sister tried to call her, and they called, and it went to voicemail, and the voicemail wasn't her voice. Um, they poured liquids into a bag, hit her in the head with soda bottles, cut her hair, painted her face with nail polish, dumped liquid and spices on her. Medellin said that Angela took turns violently hitting Jennifer with a metal tail rack and crutches, like you would walk on if you got a broke foot or something, crutches. She also noted Jennifer was stripped naked, gagged, and raped by a knot. They also forced her to consume feces, urine, and detergent. Medlin also said that Knott took Daltrey to the living room where Angela poured a bottle of water over her head and Jennifer's head, and Knight and Sims dumped oatmeal and spices on her head. Jennifer said that her eyes were burning, and Sims told her to go take a shower. She smelled bad. According to her relatives, Jennifer had mental illness of adolescent, trusted everyone, and thought that the suspects were her friends. Okay, we're going to the murder now. Daughtry's last words were on a note to her mother. It said that I hope you have a good day at work and I love you very much, Jennifer. According to, believe it or not, I gotta say this. My mom put one N in my name, and growing up as rebellion, I would put two in it. Ooh. But it was so difficult for me to take notes and write her name with two N's in it. This little side note there. According to testimony, Masters helped Jennifer retrieve her clothes, and Knotts and Sims had stripped her from and tossed her out the window on the first day after the beatings. Before Daughtry could get her clothes and get out, Knott and Smyrns, I don't know what her damn name is, returned to the apartment at 428 North Pennsylvania Avenue. As a result, the group voted to kill her. Miller decided to tie Christmas tree lights around her. They forced her to fake a suicide note and stabbed her to death. Smyrns gave not, sorry, that name, steak knife, and he stabbed her in the chest and the throat. Her body was stuffed inside of a garbage can and dumped in the parking lot of Greensburg Salem Middle School. Marcellini told police officials that Knight and Medlin drugged her before stabbing her. Possible motives. Several witnesses claim that Marcellini planned to kill Daughtry several days before they had actually done it. They testified Marcellini overheard boyfriend Smarns calling Daughtry and telling her that he loved her and wanted to marry her. During Smarns' testimony, he told jurors about the love triangle between Daughtry, Marcellini, and Smarns. Okay, anybody that watches this, please God, do not correct me on these names because I know I butchered every one of them. The last names, some of the first names, I just totally butchered them. So, okay. November 3rd through 2010, the prosecution was seeking the death penalty for Smarns, Knight, and Medellin. However, of August 1st, 2019, they all three are the only convicts on death row. Testimony, neighbors and inmates. Several jail inmates testified that Marcellini planned to kill Daughtry but several days before. We went over that. Sentencing, not got on April 12th, 2012, Knott pleaded guilty to first degree and second degree kidnapping and conspiracy to commit murder and kidnapping. On August 30th, 2012, a jury deliberated for several hours, voting to put him to death. Dun, dun, dun. Marcellini on August 3rd, 2011, Marcellini was formally given a mandatory life sentence without parole after being found guilty of first-degree murder. She was 17 at the time of the crime and was not eligible for the death penalty, and she is still a minor. I don't know if she's still a minor now, but Medinger on December 4, 2013, Amber was sentenced to 40 to 80 years in prison after pleading guilty to third-degree murder, kidnapping, and conspiracy. And she is eligible for parole. Miller was sentenced to 35 to 74 years. Going to probably be eligible for parole. Smarns. That's probably the first time I've said that name right. On February 28, 2013, Smarns was sentenced to death. Smarns appealed his sentence in February 2017. A judge upheld the death sentence. His execution was delayed in July 2017. Masters, Robert Loren Masters Jr. I'm gonna read it all because didn't get a whole lot on him. Was born December 22nd, 1973. He pleaded guilty to third-degree murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and conspiracy to commit kidnapping on December 19, 2013. He was sentenced to 30 to 70 years. Masters' attorney, William, helped Masters get a plea bargain against the other 5. So they are all in prison. Some, hey, Kyle. Hey, Black Widow. Goodbye, Kyle. I don't have drama here. This is a drama-free channel. But that's about it. I thought that I would give you a little bit of information on her because it was kind of a very interesting story about, honestly, how they killed her and everything. And I got a big live coming up because I'm going to do Pedro. Black Widow. Hey, I got me another thing today. And I got me a different one. It's actually like a tie-dye or something. I've not been smoking. So those have been working. And that one is still going that you got. Oh my God, it's still going. But I thought I'd give a little bit of information. If anybody has any comments, complaints, rebuttals, please leave it in the comments. Do not correct me on the names. I know I messed them up. I mean, you can. I'm telling you, Bing's bought me a carton of cigarettes, and I'm going to see if I can stop smoking before I even, like, I still have a pack of cigarettes that I've had for 2 days, and that usually never happens. But I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. I know this was short, but I'm going to do the little fake case thing one day next week, and then I might do Pedro tomorrow. Pedro. But I thought I'd jump on here and do this. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got some information out of it. And I will see you later. Yeah. Oh, by the way, for Halloween, get ready. It's going to be good. It's going to be real good. I will see y'all later. Thank y'all for coming, by the way. I appreciate it.